Hello again, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Robert Earl McCoy. I'm here again tonight to on the 46th anniversary of the first attempt made on my life in 1967. I'm the unsung hero and living legend of civil rights movement in Mississippi. My story began somewhere around 1966. Around 1967, by 1967, I had become revered as one of the most dangerous Negro in that town, in that area, because of my views. The rhetoric that said that I was speaking, I was considered dangerous. Therefore, they felt like they couldn't allow me to just continue on the course that I had taken. So they drew up a plan, decided they would bring me in, recruit me, bring me in law enforcement. So it was on early Friday morning, I'd say around 10 o'clock, 9 o'clock, when the sheriff, Lee County Sheriff, pulled up beside me at my family home. I was just walking out of the yard, getting ready to go to the local high school to check out the festivities that were scheduled for that day. This was the annual, the yearly Christmas Day parade they would have. There would be several schools from bands from other schools in the surrounding counties, other places around in the area that would join in the festivities. They would march and participate with our band in the parade. So I was going to watch the parade, check out the girls. Very active with the girls back then. Oh, man, these girls were hot. Love it. Simply love it. I hear a car pull up beside me right there in front of the house, just as I stepped out onto the street. I looked around, it's the sheriff. Man, I knew I was well. I knew quite well. And looked at me and said, "Get in, Robert." I looked at him. I said, "Well, what is it? Am I under arrest?" "No, you're not under arrest. Somebody want to talk to you." That old southern drawl. "Oh, somebody want to talk to you." "Yeah." "Oh, get in." I stepped on the car. So he proceeded to drive, back in the direction of the main square and part of downtown College. Went on to the courthouse park, got out, walked in. He took me on down the hallway on into his office. Well, upon arriving at his office, there was another gentleman standing there with a suit on, well dressed, dark sunglasses. So he introduced me to this guy. He introduced him as an agent. He said, "What kind of agent?" "This is an agent. This is an agent." And he told me his name. So we shook hands. He shook my hand. "How you doing, Robert? Pleased to meet you. Heard a lot about you." I mean, that was my expression. Yeah, we'd love to have a man like you. Yeah. "What do you mean?" He said, "I would like to have you join us in law enforcement." "Law enforcement?" "Yeah. What do you think? Would you like to become a deputy or?" "Actually, we have a job for you. We want you to go to the academy and come out as a detective." Oh man, I was very impressed with that. Now, this is the first, which is history. And I'm thinking, well, I have an opportunity to make history. Yeah, sure, I'd go for it. And so he laid everything out and explained everything in every little detail. I was very impressed. It really sounds good to me. So he said, okay, Mr. Edwards will sign you up to do all this paperwork. I signed the paperwork. So I thought we'd got all that squared away, got that done. So he stood up and I said, well, am I free to go now? He said, well, yeah. I said, you join us now, so you will start your training at the academy on the first, after the first year. He said, but before you go, he said, there's one other thing we would like to discuss. Yeah. So this guy sits down, the agent, reaches in his coat, super coat pocket, pulls out a black book about this wide, about this thick, half-inch thick, about 4 or 5 inches long. Begin to thumb through the book until he come upon a page that I guess that he was looking for. And there were names and just names, long row of names of different individuals. And every one of these people were people that I knew were involved in the civil rights movement. And so he began to ask me questions. He asked me called several things. Stokely Carter, H. Ralph Brown. He even asked about he saved King's name. He asked about Muhammad Ali. What role were these people playing? Had any of them at any time encouraged us to commit acts of violence and stuff? He was questioning me along those lines. Do you know this person? What do you know about this person? Have you ever seen this? Have you ever met this person? And at that time, I had attended one of H. Ralph Brown's speaking engagements right here in Milwaukee. And I said, well, I haven't been meeting, but I attended one of H. Ralph Brown's speaking engagements. And where was this at? Let me ask the question. Real intense question. Milwaukee. When was this? Back in early summer this year. This was 1967. And and then he began to ask about Dick Gregory. He called several names. If I take my time, I can sit down and name everybody he called. James Mary, just several other names. Guys who were still alive, okay? But anyway, he come on down to finally he got to the point. This is where I detected that there was something wrong. He began to ask me about King. What did I know about King? What role had King played? Had he ever been in the college? Had he ever been doing that? Just somewhat the same question that he had asked me about all the rest of it. Except when the case of King, he took it a little deeper. He said, well, you don't know him, you never met him. He said, do you belong to his organization? I said, you belong to the NAACP? I said, no. You belong to any organization? I said, no. You out here a freedom fighter, but you don't belong to, no, I don't belong to anybody. I'm on my own. I'm fighting for my freedom, for my freedom of my people. Okay. He said, well, how would you like to work with us in this operation here? I said, what operation? He said, well, we have a feeling that somebody will try to kill you. Well, really? He said, yeah. I said, we're trying to protect you. Now, that sounded good, and I guess he might have thought I was convinced by the way he casually broke that down. But when he said that, he aroused my suspicion even more. I was by no stretch of anyone's imagination a damn fool. I was wise beyond my years. Even though I was only 18, almost 19, I was way ahead of that game. I became suspicious right there. And then when he went on to tell me what they wanted me to do, he laid it out. They had everything set up for me. I would become this undercover agent for them. This is what he said. I would work with them in the operation, not against him, supposedly to help save his life. Oh yeah? Mm-hmm. I'm thinking this here all the time. I'm listening. Now I'm in this office with these two men in the sheriff's office. There's no witnesses around. Well, I know doggone well to come out of there alive, I'm going to play the role. I'll pretend that I'm going to play this role with them. And that's what I did. How would you know? What do you think? Would you like to work with us? I said, yeah, sure. So, oh, okay. We got all excited. Oh, we got our man. They shook hands. We shook hands, everything. Well, okay, now Monday, don't tell anybody that you're going to be working with us. Don't tell anybody about this, not even your mother or father. Monday, I want you to come meet me at the mayor house, auto repair shop. They had the car that I was supposed to be driving. They were waiting on everything all set. I was supposed to be taking off for Atlanta that morning, that Monday morning. This happened on December 8th, that Monday morning. I mean, actually, this happened on December 1st. That Monday morning was been on December 8th. Actually, December 4th. I'm sorry. Okay. But after I got out of that office, I thought that thing through all the week, the whole week. Well, I'm telling you, I thought about it now. Yep, son. I can't get involved with it. But I know I'm going to be in danger if I don't go through it. I know how these plans are. They kill anybody. Especially if you know anything on them that they don't want told. So that Monday, I was no shit. I was told to be ready to be there at 9 o'clock, be ready to travel. I'm supposed to leave, car to driving out to Atlanta, and without anybody knowing where I was or where I was going or my whereabouts. Not even family members. That right there was the number one rule, no, and my father demanded that we let somebody know where we are at all times. That was the family rule. So I was a no-show. I stayed laid low that whole week. So here comes the 8th, that Friday. It happened on Friday. I'm at the local cafe about 150 yards away from the house, shooting pool that afternoon. Me and several young high school boys down there shooting in this cafe, what they call a cafe. Down there shooting pool, having a good time, talking about the road, just having fun. And I walked to the door and looked up toward the house. So just out of curiosity. And I see this police car sitting there across the street at the intersection, across from the house, overlooking the house. He's in a position where he can see both front and side of the house. Right away, I thought about what had happened. I could just have my gut feeling told me just waiting on me. He's sitting there waiting on me. This guy gonna try to kill me. I just did my instinct. And sure enough, when he looked down that way and he saw me, he jumped and reached for the ignition, which was in the dash of the car, and he started the car. Right away, I see him getting ready to come that way. Sure enough, he turned and sped away, coming in my direction. I waited just as good. He got almost to the stop, right there, not far from him. And when he jumped out of the car, first thing he started doing was reaching for his gun, coming out of the car. Well, I wasn't far from the corner of the building, so I took off. Ran to the corner of the building, ran behind the building. He gave chase. By the time he got to the back of the building, I was about 70 yards going across the high school grounds. And he run back, jumps in the car, takes off. But he couldn't run straight at me and run me down. He had to go around the school campus, the parking lot. And it was just lined with big rocks, big boulders, all the way around, almost like a fence. So he couldn't just drive through there, so he had to go to a cutoff road, drive down past the school, and cut me off before I reached that road. But by the time he did all that and got to that cutoff road and got in position to try to cut me off, I was going across the football field, which was on the back of the school. I had ran that far and was going across the football field when he got down in that area, close enough to jump out of his car and try to give chase again. I was too far gone. I could run. I did 9,500 back then. I mean, that could fly. And that was when I wasn't scared. I wasn't just really scared. I had to get away. I'm a little bit nervous, so that gave me a little more speed. I probably was doing that 100 and about 9 or 9-1 right about that time. So anyway, I ran on across a man's property right there next to the football field, on over the fence, across his property, on down the hill, in his field, on down through the wooded area. It wasn't a dense wooded area, just, kind of cleared out. I could see him behind me about 200 yards. He was running. He's 31. I'm 18, okay? Old 31-year-old ex-Marine. About the next half a mile, I almost run that fool to death. He was running so hard and running. I mean, he was really trying to catch me, to kill me. I ran away from him, got away. A friend of mine lived over in that area, so I went over to his house, spent that rest of that evening, waiting for dark, and come back home. My old man was furious. Boy, where you been? This and that. I told him the story. He said, what? I said, boy, it's a good thing you didn't do that. They up to something. Here, pack your clothes. Don't use the telephone, nothing. I'm going to send you down to Louisiana to stay with my sister. The sheriff, Edwards, leave office. If he got office on the first of, after the first of the year. Damn, I'm going to put you on the bus, take you down the road to a bus stop, and put you on the bus in the morning. On the 245 bus, so that's what we did. I caught that bus the next morning, went on down to New Orleans, and then come back to Slidell, Louisiana, where I spent the next 2 months. The very first time that sheriff laid eyes on me, he run up and threatened. You know what you did, don't you, boy? You double-crossed us. That's all right, boy. You gonna pay for that. You will see, shaking his finger at me. Now, he's no longer sheriff now. I'm laughing at him. You didn't think I was gonna do some shit like that, did you? Huh? You should have known better than that, man. I said, you ain't sheriff no more. You stay out of my face. That's all right, boy. You gonna pay for that. Yeah. I went on. February 10th was the next attempt on my life. They sent an old big black ass nigger to kill me. Now that's another story. This has concluded the presentation of the 46th anniversary of the very first attempt made on my life. Hey, stay tuned. I'll be back. Have a blessed good day.